Hey, how are ya? How's your week been? Let me see, what is it? Oh, Halloween. Halloween is coming. So maybe things have calmed down a little bit and you're getting into the rhythm of school and the rhythm of the cooler weather, although it's supposed to be warm today. Yay. So, have things calmed down for you, or do you still have a lot of stress in your life? I always have a lot of stress in my life. So I was thinking about that, and I thought, how do I handle that stress? Because sometimes the stress becomes overwhelming, and it affects your life. It affects your health, it affects your body, it affects how you deal with other people. So it's important. It's important to know how to deal with this stress. So one of the things that happens to me and maybe other people is I have a hard time sleeping because my brain is spinning and spinning and spinning at night. So I don't know how to stop that spinning. It's almost, there's a thing called ruminating, which is what I do a lot. Many people spend a lot of time thinking about the past or the future over and over and over. If you consistently make it a habit, it becomes a loop. And all you can think about is what happened in the past and what I screwed up on, or what's going to happen in the future and what if it doesn't work the way it's supposed to work, or what if I screw it up, or why can't I fix this, over and over again. So what do we do? What do we do about it? So in the Bible, it's part of it. It's part of what we need to learn to get through this stress that we're dealing with. So Matthew 6:34 says, don't worry about tomorrow. It's kind of simple. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Tomorrow will have its own worries. Don't worry about tomorrow. It says in Lamentations, is that the one I want? If it says don't worry about tomorrow, how do we do that, right? So I looked it up online, and it says, accept that we cannot live all the days we want to live at one time. Meaning, you can't fix everything. Stuff's gonna happen, but you can't fix it today. All you can do is one thing today, one day at a time, one thing at a time. Instead of focusing on the end result, instead of focusing on everything that has to be fixed, focus on one thing. I'm just going to do this one thing today. If you failed today, if you can't get to that one thing, do it tomorrow. If you didn't fail, give yourself a high five. So in Lamentations, this is how you can do this. How do you do this? How do I stop my brain from zooming? I know I'm not supposed to do it. I know that it's not good for me and it's not going to help. But how do I stop it? All right. I looked in the Bible because basically the Bible is the manual, right? The Bible is what we use to get through the world, to get through life, to get through stress, to get through happiness. It gives us tools. It's not there to make you feel guilty, and it's not there to make you worry about whether you're going to heaven or not. It's not about that. It's about getting through life. It's a specific tool that you can touch, you can read, you can look at. You can read it in the book form, but you can read it online, you can listen to it. It's to help you through. Lamentations 3:22-23. The Lord's love never ends. His mercies never stop. They're new every morning. Lord, your loyalty is great. God is going to be there for us, and he is there for us. Philippians 4:6-7. Don't worry about anything. That's easier said than done. But pray and ask God for everything you need. And when you pray, always give thanks. I told you that's what I do. When I pray, I give thanks. And God's peace will keep your hearts and minds. God will do this. The peace that God gives is so great that we cannot understand it. The peace. All right, so here's the thing. Life is hard. Life is stressful. There isn't a part of this world, there isn't a person in this world who is completely calm and peaceful every second of the day. We all have stresses. That's the way the world is. So, we need to handle those stresses, but you cannot handle every stress, every second, all the time. You have to take it one little thing at a time and understand that my worrying about it isn't going to make it better. So what am I going to do? I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray and I'm going to ask, God, take this from me. Or God, give me the strength to figure this stuff out. Or God, what do I do to help my kids, to help my mom, to make sure that my families and my staff are safe and learning what they need to learn and doing what they need to do and keeping each other focused? What can I do to do what you want me to do? And pray. And when you pray, you give it a minute, and then the calmness comes over you, the peace comes over you. It's a scary world. There's a lot of stuff going on in this world. And I'm not always good at handling it. What I'm trying to do is get some help. And God said, I'm right here for you. He wrote it right in our tool. I'm right here for you. So give it to me. You know, we kind of did that when Jesus came, didn't we? He kind of took everything. If you're a mom or a dad and you have a child and your child's going through something bad, chances are you're going to feel that pain. Now, multiply that by everyone. And that's what Jesus did. Because he's strong. And God gave him that strength. God gave it to him. God can give us the strength to get through the little tiny things that we have in comparison. So do what I tell you to do all the time. Pray. Please, God, give me the strength to get through this. Please, God, give me the words to say what I need to say. Please, God, help me to take care of my mom and my kids. It's there. The help is there. The calmness can be there. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be there all the time. And I'm not necessarily going to remember every time. But it's there. So I'm going to pray for you that you remember to ask God and remember to listen and have the ability to understand what he's giving you. I don't know. I don't know what's perfect. I'm certainly not. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get through the stress with a little help from my friend. Just remember, one thing at a time. You don't have to take care of everything at the same time. Your brain might think that, especially at 2 o'clock in the morning, but you don't have to. One thing at a time. And it says it right in the Bible. One day at a time, one thing at a time. God can help you through this. We're not alone. He's right there with us. We just have to remember that he's right there with us. All right. So, this week, you don't have to fix everything. You don't have to make everything right now. Just do one thing. If you go to the dentist and they want to work on your teeth, they do one at a time. If you go to the doctor and you need both feet, surgery on both feet, a lot of times they do one at a time. One thing at a time, that's all. That's all. You do your homework, one subject at a time. You don't do them all at the same time. All right. So, pray. And understand that you can get through this. And I can get through this because God is right there with us. I love you. Miss you a lot. We'll be together soon. Have a great week.